London. Just the name itself conjures up 1,000 images, doesn't it? Big red buses whizzing past, black cabs navigating impossibly narrow streets. The Queen, probably waving from a window, although I've never actually seen that bit myself. It's a city that's been around for an awfully long time. 2,000 years, give or take. And you can feel it. You really can. It's not just old, it's ancient in a way that makes other cities feel like they just popped up yesterday. This history isn't tucked away in dusty books. It's right there, under your feet, towering over your head, and generally making its presence known. The sheer scale of London can be quite something to behold. It just seems to go on forever. One moment you're admiring a Roman wall, the next you're in a bustling market that smells of spices from halfway around the world. It's a place of grand pronouncements and quiet corners. You can find yourself on a street that looks like it hasn't changed since Dickens was wandering about, penning his latest bestseller. Then turn a corner and you're faced with a skyscraper made of more glass than seems entirely sensible. It's this constant juxtaposition that keeps you on your toes. You never quite know what you're going to find next. What truly sets London apart, I think, is its incredible ability to be so many things to so many people. It's a global hub for finance, for fashion, for theater, for pretty much anything you can think of, really. Yet, it also manages to feel like a collection of villages, each with its own distinct character. You can spend a lifetime exploring its nooks and crannies and still feel like you've only scratched the surface. There's always another pub to discover, another peculiar museum, another park that makes you forget you're in one of the biggest cities on earth. It's quite a trick that this unique allure keeps people coming back, generation after generation. Or, like me, it makes them want to stay. It's a city that invites curiosity. It challenges you, entertains you, and occasionally frustrates you. Usually when you're trying to understand the tube map. But above all, it fascinates. London doesn't just sit there. It buzzes with an energy that's infectious. It's a grand, sprawling, slightly chaotic, but utterly captivating place. And that, I suppose, is its timeless charm. It's always London, and there's nowhere else quite like it. If you want to get a feel for London's history, you don't have to look very far. It's practically seeping out of the brickwork. Take the Tower of London, for instance. Now, there's a place with a few stories to tell. It stood there by the Thames for nearly 1,000 years. Imagine that. It started as a fortress, a proper grim one, built by William the Conqueror to tell the locals he was in charge. And it's been a royal palace, a prison for unfortunate souls, an armory, a treasury, and even a zoo at one point. Quite the CV for a single building, wouldn't you say? The tower is famous for its crown jewels, all sparkly and impressive, kept under very serious lock and key. And then there are the ravens. Legend has it that if the ravens leave the tower, the kingdom will fall. So, they have a raven master to look after them. Their wings are clipped a bit, just to be on the safe side, I imagine. Nobody wants a fallen kingdom on their watch. You can wander its ancient courtyards and battlements, and almost hear the whispers of kings, queens, and the odd traitor who lost their head. It's a bit spooky, but terribly interesting. Then, of course, there's Buckingham Palace. This is where the monarch officially hangs their hat, so to speak. It's a rather large house as these things go. The changing of the guard ceremony is a huge draw for visitors. Men in bright red tunics and very tall, furry hats march about with great precision. It's all very British and very popular. Thousands gather to watch them, cameras clicking away. I often wonder if the guards ever get an itch under those hats. It must be terribly inconvenient, but they never flinch. Remarkable discipline, really. And you can't talk about London's landmarks without mentioning the Houses of Parliament and that famous clock tower, officially Elizabeth Tower, but everyone calls it Big Ben. Though, strictly speaking, Big Ben is the bell inside. These buildings are symbols recognized the world over. They sit majestically by the river, a constant reminder of Britain's long political history. Seeing them lit up at night is quite a spectacle. These stone sentinels have witnessed so much, from royal decrees to fiery debates, shaping not just a nation, but influencing far-flung corners of the globe. History here isn't just old, it's monumental. One of the most striking things about London is its incredible diversity. It's not just a British city, it's a world city. People have been coming here from all corners of the globe for centuries, and they've brought their traditions, their languages, their food, and their way of life with them. Walk down any busy street and you'll hear a dozen different languages being spoken. It's like the United Nations decided to have a permanent, slightly more chaotic street party. This makes London an endlessly fascinating place to explore, a true global village. This cultural mix means one very important thing. The food is absolutely fantastic. You can eat your way around the world without ever leaving the city limits. Craving a spicy curry? Head to Brick Lane. Fancy some authentic dim sum? Chinatown is your place. Want some delicious Turkish kebabs or Caribbean jerk chicken? You'll find bustling communities sharing their culinary delights. It's a paradise for anyone who enjoys eating, which, let's be honest, is most of us. The city's markets, like Borough Market, are a testament to this, overflowing with produce and dishes from every imaginable cuisine. Beyond the food, This diversity fuels an amazing array of festivals and celebrations. The Notting Hill Carnival, for example, is Europe's biggest street party. It's a riot of color, music, and Caribbean culture that takes over West London every August bank holiday. Then there's Chinese New Year, celebrated with dragons and lanterns in Chinatown. Diwali, the Festival of Lights, sees Trafalgar Square illuminated. It seems there's always something being celebrated, a vibrant expression of one of the many communities that call London home. It makes the city feel alive and constantly surprising. This rich tapestry of cultures has woven itself into the very fabric of London. It influences the music you hear, the art you see, the clothes people wear, and the conversations you overhear on the bus. It's not just about different groups living side by side. It's about them mixing and creating something new and uniquely London. This constant interplay of traditions and ideas is what gives the city its dynamic edge. It's a place that embraces the world, and in doing so, becomes a microcosm of the world itself, which is quite an achievement for one city. London is full of delightful quirks and peculiarities, if you know where to look. Beyond the grand landmarks, there are countless little details that give the city its unique character. Think of all those wonderfully odd pub names: the Old Bull and Bush, the Dog and Duck, the Flying Horse. You could spend a very pleasant afternoon just contemplating how they came up with them. Then there are the blue plaques on buildings, telling you that someone famous once lived or worked there. It makes you realize you're walking in the footsteps of some rather remarkable people, often without even knowing it. The London Underground, or the Tube, as everyone calls it, is an entire world beneath the city. It was the world's first underground railway, which is quite something. Navigating its labyrinthine tunnels and color-coded lines is a rite of passage for any visitor or new resident. That famous phrase, "mind the gap," has become an iconic part of London's soundscape. It's a surprisingly effective system for moving millions of people every day, even if it does get a bit squashy during rush hour. It's a marvel of engineering, really, when you stop to think about it. And then there are London's black cab drivers. To get their license, they have to pass an incredibly difficult test called the knowledge. This means memorizing thousands of streets and routes within a 6-mile radius of Charing Cross. It can take years to master. So, when you hop in a black cab, you're usually in the hands of someone who knows the city like the back of their hand, quite literally. They can navigate the most convoluted one-way systems without batting an eyelid. It's a skill that deserves a lot of respect, especially in a city this sprawling and complex. Despite its ancient roots, London is a city in constant flux. New buildings rise, neighborhoods transform, and fresh ideas take hold. Yet somehow, it always retains its essential Londonness. It's a place that manages to be both deeply historic and relentlessly modern at the same time. This ability to evolve while holding on to its core identity is perhaps its greatest strength. It remains a vital global center, a magnet for talent and ambition from all over the world. London's story is far from over. It's being written every day, on every street corner, a timeless charm that just keeps on charming.